Hi, and welcome back to the channel, 60-Second Tarot. I am using the tree cards here and giving messages. So I'm going to read the card for all of us personally, and then I will tune in to the ash tree souls and see what they have to say to us. And then I'm going to ask them a couple questions. All right, so we have this card here, a lot of pretty green, and it's right away saying to me like spring green, spring is coming, fire of spring, and new life, new growth coming. We're in the early stages of this war. That's interesting. So this is a spiritual war going on, and then we're occasionally seeing that reflected in the 3D or the 4D, wherever we're at. I think we're 4D, but anyway. But the gate is now open. I'm noticing that gate back there. The gate is now open, and this is letting in a lot of the problems, but we're also going to be freed as well. So it's like, you know what I'm seeing here? It's like we're the trees, and this fire is like the decoys and the distractions and the stuff going on in the world. And oh, it's going to be the end of the world and by fire and this kind of thing is what I'm thinking of. And I really don't feel like, it's over there. It's like, it's not like it was said it was going to be. And so we need to put out our own fires and not worry so much about these things on the world stage that we really can't do anything about that are already in play. But this is saying with that fire away from the tree, it's not going to burn the tree. So things are getting contained in our personal lives and on the world stage. And so what do I mean by this? It's don't get caught up in it. Stay out of things if possible. Tend to your own fires, your own hearth, your own home and hearth. Tend to you right now because the gates have been opened. And I could go into that, but I won't. To let in a lot of things, but also they can be used to let out a lot of things. So I feel like this is a clearing and a cleansing going on the world stage and also in our personal lives. It's time to let go of things that are cluttering our lives, that are tying us to a past that we need to forget, bad experiences, things like that. Um, Anything that ties us to fear, we need to burn it off. We're safe. Even if we pass away from this reality, we're still a limitless spirit full of life. We are the fire of life. We are that fiery spirit that you see there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tune in to the spirits and the fiery spirits of the trees, of, excuse me, the ash trees in particular. So, what I'm hearing right off the bat is plug up all the holes that people can access you, where they can access you or hook into you, or all the holes like a sieve or a leak in your life where prosperity or things are draining away that are good. Close up your aura. I kind of felt like this in the last tree message video I did, where I believe it was a Monterey Pine talking about battening down the hatches, plug up the holes, the leaks, clear away the clutter so that you can get to the truth, clear away the distractions, get a system down where you can do this. Embrace yourself and the way you appear, the way you look, the way you are. An old tree can look knotty and gnarled, but be beautiful. You can look at the knotty, gnarled, old ancient trees, and they're breathtaking and awe-inspiring and beautiful. Don't look at the little things that you think are wrong about your appearance or your personality. Fix the things that you can fix, the important things. And the sun is going to shine through once again, but that comes by you choosing to shine your spirit. Forget about the outer and shine from within. All right, so I want to get to some questions here and keep these videos relatively short. So what I want to ask the ash tree souls, I've been doing readings for people, and I've noticed over the last year, and even with myself the last few years, there's things that are supposed to be there on your script, and they're positive things. And then as you get closer to that time, it disappears. And I felt like the dark forces here were pushing things into the future that were supposed to happen. And so my question is, if it's getting pushed out further on the timeline, will we eventually catch up to it? Because, well, I want to ask that first, and then I'll match it to what I was getting intuitively. So my question is, will we eventually catch up to the, well, let's actually confirm the first part. Are forces here pushing our good out into the future so that keeping it away from us? Okay, so I'm just hearing they've been doing this for much longer than what I'm talking about. Okay, that makes sense. Are we going to get to a point, especially with time speeded up, are we going to get to a point where we catch up to these things? Because in my opinion, what I read on is they can't keep it from us forever. It's like a rubber band effect. Is this accurate? What is yours is yours. They cannot take what is yours. But specifically with your question regarding timelines, all is coming together as one. All's connecting back together as one moment. So, okay, so the ash trees are talking about time here. All is coming back together, events, past, present, future. Um, what else did I want to ask then? I do want to ask about the Mandela effect, which I do think is happening because I'm old and I've seen a lot, so I can track these things and I have memory of these things. And if you say that memory is incorrect, it doesn't explain the context. For example, the witch in The Wizard of Oz, she sends off her monkeys and she says, "Fly, my pretties, fly, fly." I also have a memory of my brother running around the house mimicking that because he was very good at mimicking things. And he would say, "Fly, my pretties, fly, fly." And the context of it was such a shocking line because these monkeys were so hideously ugly that the idea that she was calling them her pretties was what made the line hit you and stick. So now she's just saying, "Fly, fly." Okay, no, she said my pretties. I remember the context of it. So, with that being said, you're not going to tell me a Mandela effect is not happening. I don't care how much it upsets your reality. But anyway, you're entitled to your own opinion. So, has the Mandela effect, have they been erasing our past? Like that would be in terms of our, I believe, times in the DNA and in our soul memory. So, have they been erasing the past? And that is what is causing the Mandela effect. Okay, so I'm going to listen to the trees. The trees will tell me here if I'm wrong about the Mandela. I feel like the Mandela thing is a psyop. Like it's being presented as a psyop, but it's actually happening. So they're presenting it as, oh, this is another conspiracy theory. It's just a psyop. It's just, but it's actually happening. Time is being replaced. So I feel like erased in a sense of being replaced. They're replacing the memories with something else. Okay, so that kind of adds another dimension to they're not just being erased, they're being replaced. All right. I guess that's all I want to know for now. I mean, I got 1,000 questions, but we're going to keep these short. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the ash trees for their input. I did feel like there was one other thing they wanted to talk about, and that is the sun, because I think they're kind of I'm communicating telepathically basically with their souls, their spirits, and they're kind of saying we knew you had a question in your mind about the sun about 5 years ago on this channel, or not this channel, rather my other channel. We talked about the sun looking white instead of yellow, but sure, we'll make this a little longer. Let's ask what's happening with the sun. I feel like the sun is a direct reflection of us. That yes, there are filters. Okay, so are these filters over our eyes or in the atmosphere, or are they actually on the sun itself? What's going on here? It feels like it's within us, like because we're movie projectors projecting the outside world, it's within us, but then it's also projected outward. It has to do with time again. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a really deep topic. Just seeing what else I have to say about this. I'm actually asking in my mind, I'm asking if there is two suns or a false sun. I'm seeing a lot of interference with what is up there. And are we currently looking at the real sun? Feels like a beam of light shining through something. So I'm going to leave it at that. Ugh, God, I think if some of these layers get removed and the truth of our perception changes things, this will change. Because I do feel like the almost like the orange yellow of the sun returning. All right, that's all I got. I don't know if that made sense to some of you, but maybe you found it interesting. Maybe you found it crazy. Would love to hear from you in the comments. And as always, I will see you soon.